Just got a bit of time to kill delivering water here, and I thought I'd bring you guys up to Dobroyd Point, Tania Park. Back when I first got my license in 1989, there was a whole bunch of groups throughout the northern beaches who used to talk on the CB radio. And up here, these guys were known as the Dobby Boys. So we used to hang up at Beacon Hill Oval, and these guys used to be up here, so we used to frequent one another. And up here back in the late 80s was nice and quiet. You could do what you want. There was no speed bumps. I'll show you exactly where these guys used to sit with their aerials on top of their cars. This is up nice and high here on the northern beaches, so reception over to the other side of the city and all up and down the beaches was great. So since then they've put in the speed bumps, but I can remember many a story where they would start their burnouts at the entrance there. They'd make it all the way around here, just screeching their tyres. And I think someone made it around 1.5 times before their tyres blew. I've got a whole bunch of cars behind me, but I've got to go nice and slow. Otherwise this camera is going to fall backwards. So this is where it opens up around this corner, so you'll see the park and you'll see Sydney Heads on the left hand side. There's a whole bunch of vehicles up here walking their dogs. There's Arabanu Lookout. Some great walks around here also. So there's the park over there. So right up on the top there, right across the park, is where everyone used to sit in their cars. It was a great vantage point for the police coming around, because they used to frequent up here as well. They knew that some bad activity was going on up here. And this is one of the few spots here on the northern beaches that remains open at night. If you go up to North Head, which was another place that we used to sit and talk, that's closed off at 10 p.m. West Head was another fantastic place that we used to love racing around. That's closed off. But up here, even though there's boom gates, it's always remained open. There's the beautiful Sydney Heads over there, and that's where Middlehead Tunnels is, right across on that headland there. We've done many an explore over there. I'll just let this car pass. Let me just pick up this camera and show you their heads. So there's the ferry, or the jet cat, or the catamaran, I don't know what they're called these days, Manly fast ferries I think they are. Over there in the distance is where Middlehead fortifications are. You can just see the fortification up there. And this fast ferry's heading over towards Manly. I might hold the camera for this last little bit because I don't think I'll be able to secure it properly. Plenty of people up here today. Look at this guy sleeping in his tent. So it looks like I've got a whole bunch of campers up here. They've heard about this spot and they've made their way up. This is one way, but what they used to do, the old 5-0, is once we get around this next corner, they were a little bit sneaky back in the 80s. This is where we all used to sit up here. So this is a fantastic vantage point up here, so you could tell who was coming in and out. But what 5-0 used to do is they used to come screeching straight up the exit here. that's the awesome vantage point from up here. So you'd get about 10 to 12 cars up here, all speaking on their radio, and you can see the road as I just came around. People used to come around without their headlights on, try to sneak up. But the funny part was the old boys in blue roaring up the exit here with their sometimes they'd have their lights off, sometimes they would have their flashing lights on. But it was a great spot back in the day. I'll still come up here at night time just to see if there's any newer type crowd that sits up here, but it's completely dead these days. The scene is not like it once was back in the day. You got a children's playground here. Okay, that's it. I'm going to head back to work. That's the end of the working week. A couple of videos filmed today, as I said. Heading up to Katoomba tomorrow, hopefully do an abandoned home. It is set to be raining up there, so we'll just have to wait and see how bad the weather is. So until I see you on that explore, adios.